You didn't get that memo? Hi, this is Jerry, and this is Woody, and this is Jerry and Woody's horror film review. But tonight we're going to do something a little different.
We're going to take it down a key.
Right. Take it back a notch.
Or, yes.
Whatever. We're actually going to talk about some of the TV hosts that helped bring horror movies to television. Now, we're not talking about your 80-inch plasma with the remote control that will actually wipe your ass
No.
the touch of a button.
We're talking about the black and white Philco with the cracked case.
That a hand crank had to start the damn thing up. You know, it took 5 hours to warm it up.
The antenna was a coat hanger.
If you're lucky.
That's right.
And we're going to talk about some of these hosts that actually brought creature features. You know, the Saturday morning or the late night, Saturday night films to television.
John Zachary.
Vampira.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Elvira.
Rhonda Shears.
Rhonda Shears. Yummy. Up all night. I'd have to agree.
Yeah.
Watching her on TV.
Used to creep out in the middle of the night, go down into the television and turn that baby on and watch all night.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's 8 hours until, you know, the morning programming came. I was like, yes, and today in the news.
John Zachary used to come in off of Channel 9 in New York. I remember when I lived in Pennsylvania and we used to watch it, turn all the lights out and put on John Zachary. He hosted Chiller Theater, which is actually the name of the convention that is held in Jersey, is it? Right?
Well, in his honor, really.
Yes.
And I think you told me actually that some of the magazines he still goes whenever possible.
Yes.
Bit older, but again...
He's in his 80s.
But again, he was at the forefront of bringing this type of entertainment to, for the most part, the mainstream the audience. Again, before you had 8,000 channels.
Yes.
You had Vampira, who was
had about
Vixen.
4 channels.
Right.
If you were
lucky. You had Vampira, who was
We invented the word snowy when the picture is snowy. Our generation invented that word, snowy.
As well as a variety of ways to actually get to unsnow it. Yeah. But you also had Vampira, who was almost like a female counterpart to John Zachary. Elvira. Which the two of them were in a huge legal battle because Vampira said that she had stole her act, basically. Elvira, who is Cassandra Peterson, ex-Vegas showgirl many years ago, still absolutely gorgeous. Does a lot of conventions. Still does. I think she still does movies whenever possible as well.
Night Owl Theater with Big Wilson.
Big Wilson, which was 6 hours of just movies and him on the organ. With,
yes, he would play owl. He would play the organ and he would sing, and he had a big white fluffy stuffed owl next to him. And I think that program ran from midnight till probably 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Elvira's Patch.
Elvira's Patch.
Thank you.
Shall I tell the story?
Why not?
I remember Elvira was trying to make it big here in South Florida. And Big Wilson had a partner, and they followed her after she went off the air at, I think it was like 2 in the morning. And one night I was with my dad, and we were watching Elvira, and she's laying on her couch, you know, and she's
looking all thick.
Got the thing up. After her show had ended, Big Wilson came on with his partner, and they said, it's really funny when you hear someone on television say, okay, now tell all the children to leave the room, because that, for some reason, it brings all the children into the room.
At 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right, so at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting there with my father, and they said to send all the children out of the room. I didn't know what was going on. He didn't know what was going on. And so we continued to watch, and they brought still 8x10 pictures
of Elvira's
crotch.
Yeah.
And there were no panties, there was nothing. You could see her crotch. It was black and white, and it was blurred a little bit, but you could basically see it. And they were trying to get her off the air because they wanted that time slot. They wanted the 11 or midnight, all night. They wanted to run all night. So they were trying to bump her, and that's my Elvira story. I'll never forget that. That was I got to see Elvira's
nether region.
Yes.
Just play nice.
Yeah.
But again, we want to thank all these people who
Yes.
put the effort out to bring these movies.
All the late night horror hosts. All of them.
All of them, yeah. that really, again, made it mainstream. You still even Joe Bob Briggs in some of the movies
Joe Bob Briggs. Jesse James Meets Frankenstein's Daughter.
A classic.
Joe Bob Briggs. Great movie.
But we want to thank them all. We want to thank you for watching again. And
in the words of John Zackerly, good night, whatever you are.